Coming to you live from the One More and I'm Out of Here studios. We are here with a special edition of the One More and I'm Out of Here podcast with the one and only Dexter Pitts from the I Am Pitts podcast. One of our most favorite people that I think we've met since we started this endeavor.
You're just saying that because I'm black and it's almost Black History Month.
I'm trying to give reparations where I can, my man.
You've done well. You've done well for your for the cause.
We're trying.
Full of food and full of beer, sleepy and wondering how I'm going to get back home. So
you come hungry, you leave full, and as long as you had a good time, that's all that matters. And if you didn't, then you weren't here.
Yeah, I've had a good time. Really good time. And there's been no homicide since I've been to town this time either. So we're gonna
so far we did see a lot of fire trucks on the way back to the studio. But no, everybody, this is like I said, we went yesterday, and this week is like full of special episodes because we've got tonight with Dex. Jill and I are going tomorrow with Beth and Greg from The Bar Is Open, which I'm excited about that. A trial run of something that might be coming to fruition, so we'll see how that works out. But Dex hit me last week, and he was like, "Hey man, what do you got going on next week?" And I was like, "Well, ironically, I'm off. What's up?" He was like, I need to get out. I need to get out of the house. He's been a little bit under the weather with a surgery and recouping. But I said, come on up, man. We got you.
Who better to call it than a firefighter because they don't really work.
So never work. We
never work, bro. So, and I was like, it's weird because when you came to my place, you came because you were off because you were injured. And you cracked your ribs. Yeah. And so now I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna go visit Keith, man. I'm gonna take a trip up to Cincy. Hell, because I'm off and injured and I ain't got nothing to do. I was like, I'm gonna go hang out with the homie. So
we got a comment that I put up from at A-Town Natty. Loved your book.
Oh, appreciate that, man.
So your book has traveled.
It has. I'm still surprised, man. I still get notifications like, your book just sold on Amazon, or I get like audiobook updates, and it's like, dang, man, people are still out here. I think January 2nd of this year was 4 years since the release date. So
is it 4?
Yeah, 2022, dude. Crazy.
So do you get, and I don't want to get into your business too much, but do you get like notifications of like how many you've sold like overall?
Yes. Yeah. Periodically, man. And I think I'm around, God bless, man. I mean, because with books, I tell people they come out quick and they hit hard and fast, and you got to ride that wave because that wave goes out quick. Yeah. So I think I may be around 3,000 or 4,000 books, which when I tell you that, like that is beyond what I thought I'd sell. Mm-hmm. I thought maybe I sell a couple to my family members, a couple people here and there, but man, I am greatly surprised at the amount of support my book received and the amount of accolades. And I mean, I put it in for like a contest and I got an award for it. So man, it's been a wild ride. It's been more successful than I ever thought it would be. So that's pretty cool, man. If somebody told me I was going to be an author one day, I'd have laughed at them years ago, but man, it's been pretty cool.
And even today, like just, bullshitting around, just having a chill day, the amount of laughs that we've had, but talking shop about stupid runs that you've been on, stupid runs that I've been on, and just, and then obviously, your military career and everything else. When you sit there and think about it, to put pen to paper or, pun intended, but, fingers to keyboard at this point.
Absolutely.
Like to put all that down and how much more that you probably could have put down.
Well, that's the crazy part. I put a lot down. Originally, when I wrote that book, it was 800 pages. You all got the chopped down edited version that was 329 pages. So there's a lot that didn't make it, man. A lot.
Yeah.
And I tell people, there was a saying that when you write a book, they say you have to murder your own babies. And I didn't understand it, but it was like when you're writing a book, every story to you is important. Everything means something, but not everything needs to be said, because you got to think about it. Like, not too many people picking up a 800-page book and being like, I think I'm gonna read this. You have a certain amount of pages to grab people, to draw them in, keep them there, and then get them out. And so, man, most people, man, you really have to focus on what's important and what's not. And man, when I edited that thing down to the 329 pages it was so hard. So hard.
I can only imagine, because then you're like, well, shit. All right, I really wanted this part in.
Yes. Oh man. I mean, I felt, because it's my story, I feel like everything is important. Everything has meaning, but unfortunately, don't work like that when you're writing a book.
Well, and there's people that are way smarter than us.
Yeah. Well, the guy
that know how to do this shit, and they're like, well, yeah, you're gonna have to cut that, but bring this one back in. I mean, and I remember you telling me about was that your editor? Or
not great, bro.
Whatever title he had.
Screwed me over big time.
You got fucked.
The book still, I did. The book still sold well despite of, but and that's why we have ChatGPT now. That's all I got to do.
Right. And A-Town Natty said I need to write one too, which I've actually joked with Jill about. Once I'm done and out and can't get in trouble, then yeah, I might. I actually do have like a working journal.
There you go.
On my computer to, like, you get a fucked up run, you sit there, just jot notes, and then you can go back to it. So I do keep a running journal, and I don't know. We'll see. Maybe
A-Town
maybe that'll be the retirement gig.
There you go. A-Town Natty. This is the advice I give to everybody that asks me how to write a book. You just have to write. Literally,
just go.
But you just got to start, dude. Like, there's no tips or tricks. You just have to start writing, and as you write, your story will start to take shape. And what it starts as is not what it's going to finish as. And I will tell you the two hardest parts of writing a book: the intro and the ending, because the story in the middle,
right?
But it's how do you get to that story and how do you close it out, man? I mean, it took me 7 years, and I tell people it probably took me 2 years on the intro and 2 years on the last chapter to try to bring it all together, man. So I tell people it takes a lot of work, and a lot of people go to their graves without their story being known. So I tell people, if you have a story, and hell, I mean, not everybody's going to want to read your story, man. I've had people tell me they didn't like my book, and I was like, okay, that's fine. But there's thousands of other people that did, So I tell people, everybody has a story, and when you go to your grave, your story's going to die with you, and nobody tells your story better than you.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to have the conviction that you had. Nobody's going to see things the way you saw it. And I love my wife and love my kids and my family, but they can't explain me better than I can explain myself and what I believe. So that's why I say you are your best author. You are your best ghostwriter. You and you know the story. You know the inflections. You know everything that's needed to know to write this book, man. Yep. And all you need is you. You got it.
So we've got some people. Obviously, we kind of cross paths with the same followers. Same thing with Failure to Stop. And we were talking earlier about podcasting and the networking and the people you got to meet. But for some of the people that aren't familiar with Dexter Pitts, give just a brief bio, like just a quick synopsis of your life journey.
I'll make it quick, man. So
because you're a very interesting fellow. I mean, we could do 3 podcasts just on your life. But
is that a compliment?
Yes.
Yeah, but man, just as I call myself, a GWAT goon, GWAT of the GWAT generation, the global war on terror. Like everybody else, saw the World Trade Centers come down, signed up, joined the army to go fight as an infantryman and machine gunner. Got blown up in Iraq January 2nd of 2005, and I just hit 20 years on my alive day. Still here, got out from there, man. Went through divorces, went through ups and downs in life, found my way into police work in 2009. And I tell people, I've been a cop going on 17 years, and policing has literally saved my life and it's given me purpose. And during that time frame, man, I lost my mom to suicide while I was a rookie cop on duty. I tell people, man, one of the hardest things I ever did was making the call to take my mom off life support while I was wearing my police uniform. And I feel like that kind of set me on a certain trajectory and how I work and do my job as a cop. So, I mean, man, I did that. I went through divorces. I went through 2 divorces and no baby mamas. Let me put that out there now. Yo, no baby mamas, bro. So yes, I don't know how I got out of 2 marriages and held on to my seeds. So I'm very, very proud of that. But man, got married to my wife currently now, who I've known since 7th grade.
She's amazing, by the way.
She's pretty dope, man. She's pretty dope. She ain't perfect, neither am I, but my God, she's pretty good, man. But
she makes a mean fucking breakfast, though. I will tell you that.
Yes, she does. But yeah, man, I've been married 14 years, 2 wonderful kids, dude. I mean, man, that's pretty much it, man. Like I said, I run my podcast, and I was telling him, like, I've been doing the podcast. My God, I was going hard for probably about, 3 years, man, hitting it every day, sometimes multiples a week, yo. And then as I've gotten older and gotten busier, more involved in my kids' life, coaching my kids, teaching at Sunday school. I mean, there's just always something to do. And unfortunately, it gets harder and harder to podcast sometimes, yo. And then also I was telling him, like, man, it gets so hard being in the podcast realm as an officer and just as a military guy, because there's just so much negativity. And I love people, man. I love people. I have a heart for people, hence why I'm a cop. But man, social media gets so freaking toxic. But then you see just all the people involved in social media, and you see how a lot of stuff is behind scenes, and a lot of people are just not who they seem to be. A lot of people aren't genuine. A lot of stuff is fake, and just, and I feel like it used to mean something to be a podcaster because not a lot of people were doing it. And now it's like everybody's got a podcast. So I don't need to tell people I podcast anymore, just simply because it's so cliche to me. It's like when I meet somebody that's an influencer and I'm like, you're an influencer. Okay. What's your real job? What are you paying in taxes, bro?
Right.
So it's kind of like, it's like that for me now, where it's like, man, yeah, I just did one yesterday on I Am Pitts, and it's been since September, since the Charlie Kirk incident, man. And
yeah, it's been a bit.
Yeah, bro. And I just get so tired of the negativity. When you're in this realm, you have to stay connected to what's going on. And sometimes, man, it gets so hard for me to do, because you got to think, I'm in negativity at work, on the streets. I deal with the worst of the worst. And then when I come home, I have to look up at these horrible stories of, things going on in the country and political stuff, pissing me off, making me mad. And then it's just like, I was just swimming in this sea of negativity for so long. And I was like,
yeah, then you're mad at home.
Mad at beating my wife. No, I'm joking. I don't beat my wife. Don't beat my wife. But it just starts to build up
that we know of.
But yeah, man, I just had to take a step away. So I told him, like, I deleted my social media apps the other day. So like, all I do now, like, if I do an episode or something, want to load some clips, I hop on real quick, I pump them in, and I'm out. And I delete the apps and I'm gone. I don't really interact as much on there, just because it just gets so much, dude. Like, the negativity, people want to argue and yell at you and curse you out. And it's just like, I don't even know you. So why do I care what you think? So, but at the same time, like I said, I like the relationships I get to meet with people, and like, you get to hear different views and opinions, man. So it's got its good and its bad.
Yeah.
But man, whoo, boy, sometimes that bad is really bad, bro.
But and that's the thing, is trying to get home from work, decompress and be done with the bullshit. And when you're doing this and you're constantly looking at news articles and this and that, and you're seeing, and we talked earlier today, the divide in the country, and obviously everything going on in Minnesota, but it was before Minnesota. I mean, we've had plenty of just all this divide of people, right? So then you're sitting there and you're trying to get content together, and you're trying to, you want to put together a good show. I try to put together a good show. Normally our shows are garbage, but I try. But I deal with Andrew and Dan all the time. So Dan says he's the talent. We'll see. I'll put a poll out, but trying to get all of that together. And when you're on your off time, like, I enjoy doing this as a hobby, but you still get pissed off when you're sitting there looking at articles and shit. A friend that you met at the wedding, I put it up on the screen. I know it was hard for you to say.
I probably don't remember. So, everybody looked alike there. I couldn't tell.
This is our friend Beth Robbins. She said, write a second book and tell your wife I said hello. She was sitting at
Oh,
your
she's
table.
at our table. Yes. Oh, yes.
So she's
Sweet
in the
Bev.
chat.
Yes.
And say the name of your book again.
I Am Pitts, Memoirs of an American Patriot.
Yep.
Like, I
got a text message asking for it,
really?
asking for the title. So
yeah,
absolutely. We'll make sure that this fella, he's also a veteran. Make sure he gets a book.
Absolutely.
Not from you, I'll get it, but I'm not saying you gotta get free shit out. you drove 2 hours.
It's not enough that we built this country. You still want to try to.
Well, shit, I bought drinks and dinner and lunch. I gave you the reparations that you fucking asked for.
Paid me a Mountain Dew, bro. Paid me a Mountain Dew. Diet Mountain Dew.
But it's funny as we were sitting there talking about, again, the networking and podcasting. They don't give us like there's plenty of stuff for us, though, which is amazing when you're doing this. You can wake up one morning and the news cycle has already reset.
Boy.
It has changed.
It's quick.
And guess what? You got new stuff.
Quick.
If you want to do it. If you want to dive into it and go after it. And I wanted to ask your opinion on, because we talked about it yesterday on one more, the whole Don Lemon going into the church in Minneapolis or right outside Minneapolis, where exactly it was, I don't know. But Don Lemon being a washed up bullshit fucking journalist who has his own podcast and whatever, but decided to take it upon himself to be with all these, what we call them earlier, agitators.
Yeah.
And then to go into a house of worship and then start fucking with people. I wanted your opinion on that.
Oh, how do I feel about Don Lemon? Man, no, I'm not. Man, Don Lemon is what you would call a garbage human being. He is not a respectable person. And this is what I tell people, man. Like, look, I understand that this is America. We are not all going to see things eye to eye. We're going to have different opinions because we all come from different walks of life. But we have to respect everyone else's walks of life. Yes, we have freedom of religion under the First Amendment. We also have freedom of speech. But one does not trump the other. And because you don't like what's going on in Minnesota does not mean that you get to walk into somebody's church and form a protest because the pastor is also a member of ICE. There's a time and place for everything, bro. Everything. And church in the middle of a service is not it. That is the most disrespectful thing. And then the black female that was with him that claims and calls herself to be a minister or a pastor. And I was like, you of all people should know better. You should know better of the place that you're standing on is holy ground. And you think it's okay to walk into somebody else's place of worship and to do what you did for a political point? It would be different if he was in there preaching something like, we got to kill all the immigrants and do this, blah, 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 blah. But dude, the man's just literally doing his job and preaching. And you took it upon yourself to put your politics ahead of your religion. And it's funny that Don Lemon calls and considers himself a man of God, a Christian, which blows my mind. So yeah, Don Lemon is not a good dude. Anybody that was involved in that protest is not a good person. And I can tell you this, that's because y'all walked into the right church. You walked into the right church. You went, man.
I was wondering if you were going to go there.
Yeah, but listen, you walk into certain churches and try that. You walk into my church. Listen, I tell people, I love the Lord. I'm a man of God. I am not perfect. But I don't know if you all know who Peter in the Bible is. When Jesus was in the garden praying and the Roman soldiers came to take Jesus, Peter started fighting them. And Peter chopped one of the dude's ears off. I'm Peter. I tell people all day, I'm a police officer. I'm a man of peace. And I'm a man of God. And I don't like unnecessary violence. But I will break your face in half. And then after that, I will pray for you profusely. I will pray for you after I put you in the hospital. But you better be glad it wasn't my church or somebody else's church, bro. Like I said, they got a very soft church they went into, bro, where these people weren't about that lifestyle. And they got lucky. And
if you watched, any of those, there were a ton of clips that got pushed out from different cell phone videos or whatever. But there was one with Don Lemon, right at the pastor, and their big thing is the pastor is affiliated with ICE in some way, shape, or form. I don't know what his title is. I'm not going to claim to say that I know, but They're like, how can you be a pastor and be a member of ICE? Da, da, da. He's a human being.
And he's got bills to pay.
He's got bills to pay. That job needs to be done. And I know you weren't ICE, but you were former Border Patrol.
Correct.
And guess what? People didn't like Border Patrol because you were enforcing the border.
Enforcing the law.
Which is what it was supposed to be. And these ass hats that fucking come out, it infuriates me because, again, you're going to ruin people's worship, their worship time. I mean, that should be a time where
nothing, everything's sacred.
Yeah, everything's quiet. Shut the fuck up and listen. Do your thing. Whatever happens outside those church doors is what's happening on the streets. But you have him right in the pastor's face. And then he had the audacity to be like, well, I mean, I need you to quit pushing me.
Yeah. Oh,
well,
yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm putting this little
microphone right.
I'm putting this little mini mic that you being a journalist, and I'm using that very loosely with air quotes for the audio listeners, with a mini mic that I have in the console of my truck for our stupid social media shit. But you're a journalist, but you got a little mini mic shoving it right in that dude's face. Bro. I'd push you away too.
And I tell people, so the episode I did on my podcast the other day was called Recycled Chaos. What we are seeing is nothing new. It's the same losers, the same people, the same playbook, just different faces, man. Their whole thing was agitate to get you to act out of how you normally would act, bro. That's all they're trying to do. Just push you into a corner and force you to react. And they go, I told you they were violent. I told you they were these type of people. But I mean, there's one guy, this white dude that's with them, this agitator. This dude is a horrible human being, an absolute clown, bro. He's a former Army guy. You know, he's been all over the country. He's literally a paid protester. He's something like the liberal farmer or some crap, bro. But yo, he's just, I mean, he says to get us some people faces and says the worst things, bro. And I'm just sitting here like, you know what? I am all for freedom of speech. But sometimes you need to get your teeth punched in, bro. And that is and that is the problem with social media. And that is the problem why I have a problem with in a society where we have cameras everywhere. Because there used to be ways to handle people like that back in the day. Mm-hmm. But unfortunately now, the moment you go, this dude gets in your face with this camera and you do something to him, he's going to go cry, file a lawsuit, turn himself into a victim. And that's the stuff that pisses me off. Because you want to run your mouth, but you don't want to back it up when it's time to back it up. Like I said, they know who to approach and who not to approach.
Yes,
absolutely, because they know what's going to happen if they choose the right one.
And like you said, they went into a soft church, and I know churches that had they gone in, it been a little bit different.
They wouldn't do it at a Catholic church. I promise you that. I've worked some Catholic picnics, bro. Bro, the priest's gonna take a shot of bourbon and then stomp you out. I've met some of these priests at these Catholic picnics, some of these parishioners, bro. I'm telling you, though, they are raw with it. And like I said, not everybody in the church is saved. Not everybody is as godly as the next person.
Right.
And I gotta tell people, I'll tell you my flaws, bro. I will fight you. I do not care. Because I will protect those that I love. And I will protect my God, my Bible, my friends, my family, my pastor, and my congregation. I will protect my people at all costs.
And it's one of those, again, fuck around and find out type situations. But it's you have the you've got the power of cell phones, video, and everything. And I put this comment up here. It says, absolutely. Yeah, you said something stupid back in the day. You got beat for saying stupid shit. And it's very, very simple. And I've said it multiple times, whether it's to my stepdaughter, whether it's to younger people I work with or friends or whatever. Life is not that hard. Life is hard, but it doesn't have to be that hard. Respect one another. And I don't want to go too far into like your personal business, but with everything going on in Minneapolis, you've been a part of some of those things.
Oh, yes.
So from a law enforcement perspective, what does that look like for you when you wake up in the morning to go to roll call and you're going out into the shit and don't know what's going to fucking happen? Like what's that look like, for the layman who's not a law enforcement officer dealing with that?
if any cop tells you during this time period that they're not scared or that they're not stressed out, they're lying to you. Plain and simple. Because at the end of the day, you're still a human being. We put on this uniform. You might think you're Superman, but you're not Superman. You have stuff to lose. You have wife, you have kids that you want to see graduate. You have a wife that you want to grow old with, and see your grandbabies, and you want to do all these things. You have all these plans for your life. And it can be gone in a second and in a moment. And here's what the scary part is, man. So many people are coming out to protest. And I say, hey, that's fine. You can come out to protest. But it starts going to another level when people start bringing out the guns. And I am all for the Second Amendment. I'm not. I will tell you, if you have a gun and you want to go walk the streets with a gun and it's perfectly legal, that's fine. But I say, just because you can do something does not mean that you should do it. So when you introduce a gun, multiple weapons into these scenarios with these protesters who aren't trained, you can just look at the way some of these people hold weapons. You could tell that they've never actually handled a firearm. You can tell that this person is probably a liability. And they say you have a bunch of people supercharged and emotionally charged, looking at these ICE officers, calling them Nazis, and looking at police officers, looking at them like they're the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
All it takes is one unstable person with a firearm to cause an entire incident and to cause a lot of lives to be lost. That was what I dealt with in 2020 when the INFAC came around, the Not Fucking Around coalition came around. But you had all these black people out there with firearms, bro. And I'm looking at people carrying guns that I ain't never seen before. I mean, man, we had people passing out. You had people like having accidental discharges. I think there were like 2 or 3 people that had accidental discharges because people were handling firearms that shouldn't have been handling firearms.
They were probably handling high points, weren't they?
More than likely, freaking paperweight.
Fucking the $40 handgun.
Yeah, the yeet cannon. They got it. There's one called a yeet cannon. They had people named, bro. But bro, I'll tell you, I swear, bro, I'd rather be banged to death in a brothel, in a gay brothel, than die at the barrel of a high point, bro. God bless, man.
Shittiest fucking gun.
God. But that's the reality. And I tell people, man, when you have that many people in one place and weapons, it gets bad and it gets scary. And like I said,
it only takes one. It only takes one person to fucking. And we were talking about it earlier when we were. I'm not going to go into any further detail, but there was a term for what the young kids are doing.
Yes.
And I can't remember what.
I can't remember it either.
But they scream something and everybody runs, and it creates just mass hysteria. It only takes one person, and especially like being in a downtown metropolis in a polarizing time with, a polarizing, police actions that were being in question. One person. And that, I mean, it could have went, I mean, there were riots all over the place, but it could have went, 17 ways to fucking sideways.
This is what, 2026, but I think it's been 4 or 5 years since it was September 21st or 23rd, 2021 in Louisville. It was right after the Breonna Taylor verdict.
Somebody said not to mention the Temu paintball body armor. Nicely played.
Pretty much, bro. Yeah, but man, that was the day that we were downtown Louisville at Brook and Broadway. And one person decided that, you know what, I'm going to go shoot at the police. And I saw 2 of my officers in Louisville that day get shot right in front of me. Fell straight to the ground. Now, thank God they both lived, but at that point in time, we didn't know.
You didn't know.
We didn't know who was shooting, what type of gun they had. We had no clue. I just remember taking cover, and there was a guy in front of me, and I remember grabbing him. It was a young officer, man, and I just pulled him with me behind cover. We're scanning, trying to figure out what the heck's going on, and I remember them picking up our 2 officers, throwing them into the back of pickup trucks, and driving them to the hospital. And then I remember we started running to the hospital because there was a tactic that the officers in LA, that the protesters in LA did. 2 officers got ambushed, and the protesters went to the hospital and blocked the access for the hospital for the ambulance, and wouldn't let the police in or the ambulance in for the officers to get help, man. And I was like, this stuff is still fresh to me. It's only been like 4 or 5 years, but it's still fresh. And I tell people, looking at these videos of these ICE officers dealing with these large group of unruly people saying this crap to them, I still feel it emotionally.
I'm sure you
Bro,
do.
it's been years. And I mean, man, when I'm at work and it's getting ready to pop off, I literally start getting the jitters and the shake and my anxiety goes up because, man, it was so intense. And I still like, and it's just like my mind still remembers, my body still remembers the stress, and it has not gone away. Yeah, I'm able to work through it, but man, it's like it changed me completely and forever, man. I used to be, I can still stay calm, but I can't hide my jitters and shakes.
I can only imagine
when it starts.
And I can only imagine, let's just hypothetically say you come into town to visit with me and Jill, and we take you to a concert, and there's a shit ton of people around. I mean,
Oh yeah.
And even public service, whether it's cops, fire, whatever, I'm the same way though. Like I'm looking, all right, where's the exits? What do I have? Who do I have around me? I can only imagine, because I have not been in that situation to that extent. I've been in something a little similar, but not that. That mine was a one-day thing, and
you told me about it earlier.
It was over and done with. But I mean, honestly, like I couldn't imagine. You're told to uphold the law. You have access to a firearm, tasers, and all that shit. But having to wear, like, and I posted a picture of your book, the cover, in all the fucking riot gear, and dealing with that. That was your life for how long?
I tell people, it was not just, people call it the summer of love. It was a year and a half.
Exactly.
And it only slowed down and stopped when it got cold out. That's why I will give the protesters in Minnesota props for that, bro. They out there in the cold and everything.
They're bringing their babies.
Yeah,
they're bringing their fucking babies and shit.
Freaking dummies, man. Like, God, what is wrong with y'all people? But they built different up there, man. So I'll give them that. They come out. They don't let the weather stop them, man.
We've got a point to make. Even though our governor completely fucked us and brought all these Somali daycares in and allowed it, we're standing by our shit. ICE is not welcome here. The ice coming down from the sky is, and we're going to stand in it, but we're not going to stand for that ICE officer. We should make it. We should make a shirt. We just came up with it.
What's that?
I'll stand for that ice, but not that ice. I think we just came up.
I like it.
I'm copywriting it. Don't fucking steal it, fuckers. So let me ask you. Let me ask your opinion on, because it's been hitting the news, on the Insurrection Act and what our commander in chief. And I know, but for the sake of everybody watching, I'm pretty sure I know which way you lean politically. Oh, yeah. but all right. But I said commander in chief instead of Trump, even though, hold on, you like this. But your thoughts on the Insurrection Act, like, should he enact that or not? So,
but as a man, I like my presidents, like my guns, 40 and 45. That is sweet, baby. I like that, bro. I freaking like that.
I knew you were coming. I put it on just for you.
Like, yeah, you can't wear that out in public here.
Oh, I totally do. That's why I'm hated. That's why I'm hated on all the Facebook pages around Anderson Township.
Hey, how would they act if they knew you had a black man in your house? They'd be like,
is he getting robbed?
And probably have a Black Lives Matter sign in their yard. All 4 black people until they actually show up.
That's exactly
until they actually show up.
We love everybody except black people.
Well, yeah, because they don't know how to vote because they can't get IDs.
No, they just give them to them.
Yeah. So, but man, the Insurrection Act, man, I'm not going to act like I'm a scholar when it comes to
nor am I.
I'm not, but I understand the basic premise of it is, yes, the president can call in the military to do certain acts. And like I said, I believe, I'm a Constitution man, and I believe we try to limit government as much as possible. But here's the problem with Minnesota. You don't have any officers because you ran them all off over the last 4 to 5 years.
Yep.
With George Floyd. You ran them off. So they're understaffed. I forgot how many they're suited for. They have like 600 officers.
Yeah, they said like 600.
They have like 1,400 officers.
And over the past couple days, they've lost anywhere between 18 and 36 of them have left.
And went to go work ICE. I don't blame them. You're making more money and you're getting more support.
Federal pension, baby.
You're getting more support. So but I'm for the Insurrection Act when it makes sense. And this makes sense. And also, if you look at this, but what did we see coming out of Minneapolis the other day? We saw, I'm not going to say protesters, but rioters and agitators break into government vehicles and steal a rifle
Yes.
and multiple guns out of somebody's an agent's vehicle. That's not a protest. That is a riot. Minneapolis police were nowhere to be found. So guess what? Because the Minneapolis Police Department can't do their job, somebody has to step in and help and do something. And who do you think needs to do that? Absolutely. The National Guard or the military. Somebody's got to come in and help these people, man. Somebody has to help these officers.
And what leadership, what's it say about the leadership? And you work in a small town area now, or even when you're with Louisville, you've got a mayor, you've got a council, then you have your police chief, who he answers to all of them, and then you have your rank and file officers that are looking for leadership. And when your leadership is saying, "Get the fuck out of here, ICE," and then so the mayor says that. Meanwhile, the police chief has to be up on stage with him,
looking like a lapdog
in camera view. And when he said, I can't remember exactly his quote
about fighting ICE.
Yeah, you need to push back. And the police chief literally was like, like, raggy.
Yeah,
like, we don't need to fucking do that.
And he seemed like he was a decent police chief when he stepped in after 20.
I wish I knew,
man.
I wish I knew a Minneapolis cop. I don't. I wish I did. Because I would love to know, black them out, like, change the voice, but just to get
the skinny on what's up, what people think about it. So apparently I heard this guy, he's the chief there, but his family actually lives in like New Jersey, and his wife's black. So he's he's all fucking confused, like, son of a bitch. Yeah, but I mean, just looking at this guy, I was like, bro, you got to take a stand at some point, man. Mm-hmm. And to hear the Minneapolis mayor Jacob Fry saying, to see gay boy with no shoulders who can't even bench press his own weight try to stand tough and say, "Get the fuck out of my city."
Yeah,
like, bro, who are you gonna make get out of anywhere?
It's the same guy. It's the same mayor that went down like he was going to try to get the Excalibur out of a rock, the sword at George Floyd's fucking funeral, where he's fucking crying. And
yeah, he's such an actor, dude. He's such a horrible person.
Yeah,
will do anything for a vote, man. And it's like, it's people like that make America just start spiraling out of control. And like, we can't have unity with people like that. The dude's he's a communist. He hates America. Like, when you put Somalis before Americans, that's a problem.
Did you see him doing the Somali dance on stage and then trying the Somali food?
Oh, that was so fake.
He was bad at both of them. And then he ends up singing a song that was in part Somali.
Yes,
it was just so gross.
But
like,
he needs to get the Academy Award, bro. He's putting on a hell of an act. He's putting on a hell of a front, dude. But I just wish that the actual Somali dude that was running for mayor would have beat his ass. That would have been even better.
Where he's like, "I am the mayor now. You listen to me. I am the mayor now."
Fry would have been in there dropping the hard R if he had lost that election to that African,
God,
bro.
totally.
He would have been there dropping the hard R on that dude.
I'm gonna take just a quick break, take a breather, listen to one of our sponsors real quick, and then we'll be right back.
All right.
Hi, everyone. Dan Carroll here. Time to tell you about a great new sponsor for the One More and I'm Out of Here podcast. It's Murphy Engraving. Murphy Engraving is the place to go for your business, industrial, and personal engraving needs. Take a look at the Murphy Engraving page on Facebook, and you're going to see all kinds of unique items that really seem to take on a life of their own because they've been customized with an image, a name, or a logo, and all of it just really beautifully done. The acrylic sports awards that light up are especially creative and very cool. The customized bottles of bourbon, those are my personal favorite. And wait till you see what they can do with items that are made out of wood. The next time you want to recognize someone special or you're looking for that one-of-a-kind gift, you'll be glad you checked out Murphy Engraving. And a bonus, you're supporting a local family-owned business run by brothers Brian and Kevin, who is a lifetime firefighter and Air Force vet. At Murphy Engraving, they turn the ordinary into the extraordinary, and at Murphy Engraving, we are American-made.
Our buddy Kevin Murphy, if you guys need anything, he does wonderful work. It's amazing. Dexter was about to piss his pants, so he had to go potty. But I love the fact he wanted to come up and hang out. And he's, like I said, he's got such a unique story to be able to sit here and talk, and he can throw perspective into multiple different facets. It's awesome to have him here. But you're not slick at all. You're not slick at all. It's amazing. It was awesome. But now I was just saying while you were taking your potty break.
Whew, baby bladder, man.
But I love the different perspective that you can give on, the military side, the police side, a father side, a husband side, like
a black man side.
The black man
really,
side. I wasn't
really
going to say it, but you did
side.
it. That's why these lights are so bright. I had to brighten you up because we wouldn't have been able to see
I feel like they
it.
could be brighter, honestly.
We wouldn't have been able to see it. But no, there's just so much shit going on. And it's like, Jill and I, we sit up on the couch, winding down from the day. And it's like, what the fuck else happened today? Like, are you shitting me? Now we have this. Now we have this. So I want to get into your opinion on, should we take Greenland?
Man, I'll be honest. I have no clue. I don't know what the hell's going on with that. I'm like, hey, it sounds cool, but I mean, I really don't know. I mean, I could point it out on a map, but
that's
I don't know
ironic.
nothing about it.
I didn't even see this comment before I brought that up. It'll show up there in a minute, but it said Greenland. I have a theory. April 13th, 2029. Look up that date. Just a thought. Tell me. Put it in the chats. Let me know, because ironically, I just brought that up. I didn't even see that.
Really? Yeah. See, I have no clue.
Apparently, great minds think alike. I don't know. My phone's over there, so I'm not going to fuck with it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say this. I like Trump, and this is what I feel like. People on the right, conservatives, I feel like we're able to look at something and be more honest about it. Like, I can meet people that love Trump and say, I like Trump, but I don't like this about him. But most people I meet on the left are like, well, I like Biden and I like everything he does. Is there anything that he does that you don't like? They won't say. And I've deleted a lot of friends because I'm like, I'll criticize Trump, but you won't criticize your candidate or your side. We can't have an honest conversation. So and that's what I feel with Trump is. I like almost everything he's done. He's done a lot of good. A lot of stuff that he's done, I just have I've liked, but there's just been some things I'm like, yeah, I don't know if that's the move, bro.
Right.
So with Greenland, I mean, I'm not educated on it enough. I was in the military, but I ain't never heard nothing about Greenland. So I can't have an opinion on it. I really don't know.
Most of what I've heard, and again, I'm not a scholar in it as well, but most of what I heard, he wants it for strategic shit, which kind of makes sense.
It's closer to us than it is to Denmark.
Yeah. So that makes sense to me.
And the minerals.
And this morning I was sitting there watching. He was at the World Economic Forum, yeah, the WEF, and he was talking, and I guess he made the statement, we're not going to take Greenland by force, but that's because that's what everyone was saying. Oh, he's going to come in and just take it. I didn't hear all of it because I was in.
They were saying that he said he was just going to take it.
Well, the left is saying that he's going to take it by force.
See, man, this is the problem with the left. They keep saying crap, and the exact thing keeps happening. How many times over the last years we've been told we're going into World War III, and yet Trump stopped World War III? Well, we're going into Venezuela. We're going to invade Venezuela. We're going to World War III. Now we just snatched Maduro out of his bed, in the middle of his bed.
Which is fucking amazing.
Freaking amazing. And guess what? No more talk of World War III. I'm just saying the man's record is on point. So I feel like if he wants Greenland I'm sure it's for a reason. I'll at this point, I just gotta say I trust whatever his plan is, because I mean
and it's not Donald Trump just making shit up by himself saying we're doing this.
It's for a reason.
He's got a team of people, and Pete Hegseth,
absolutely,
who I think is absolutely amazing.
My dog, I love Pete, man.
Dude, he's absolutely amazing. He's got all of these people that are guiding him, and he is almost like that fucking dog when you go to a friend's house. You're a dog lover, but that dog just keeps coming and sniffing your crotch. You're like, get the fuck out of here. But nobody's saying like, hey, stop it.
Stop it. Yes.
Brody, stop doing that. He's that guy. He'll go that way, but Hegseth and all his people will kind of guide him back, be like, hey,
you're losing focus.
You're moving over here. Move over here. This is it, the path and the
Yes,
avenue
sir.
you need to go.
Yes, sir.
Now, he's a businessman, but he's also not dumb.
Far from
He's not a military guy, but he's also not dumb. Hey, this is what we need to do. So, like you brought up Maduro. Hey, guess what? We're going to figure this shit out, and we're going to do it right now. Pete, figure out a way. And guess what?
Boom.
They fucking did it.
Snatched them up in the middle of the night. I ain't been on social media. And I remember it was like 24 hours afterwards, and I was like reading it. I was like, this has to be AI. There's no way we went into a country, into a middle of a military base, and snatched a president out of his bed in his pajamas and brought him to America. I was like, there's no way. And then I started reading the details on it. I was like, I knew it was Delta Force, and I knew it had to be the 160th Special Operations Group. They're the helicopters, man. Those are the only people that could do it.
What's their title?
The Night Stalkers.
Night Stalkers.
160 bags.
How fucking cool is that?
Bro, the stories I've heard of how they train, bro, like they will fly up to max altitude in their helicopter and cut all the instruments and panels off in free fall for 1,000 feet. And like they have to figure it out before they die. And I was like, that is insane, man. Like they are so well trained. Yeah. And like just their ability to pull that off, dude. And then not just that, like the weapons apparently these dudes were using to make people crap themselves and like all the weaponry. I mean, you can't tell me. Like I was seriously questioning if our military was worth a damn after Biden left office. But after this operation, I'm back to there is not one country on earth that can touch us. Russia, China, nobody else could have pulled that off, bro. And I was so, man, I'm sitting here.
Well, you realize how,
oh my God.
You realize how quiet shit is.
Absolutely.
Right after that, everyone's like, oh,
hush.
We better rethink this.
I might want to check ourselves. We might want to check ourselves.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
We will reach out and touch you. We have the ability and capability to do it.
So I don't know if I'm assuming you do, but John McPhee, Shrek.
Oh, yeah, Shrek.
So I saw an interview with him and we were talking about, we won't say the other podcast who is just calling people out bigger than fuck, and they called him out, and they're saying he's bullshit and whatever. And our friend Eric knows him, and me personally, I don't know him, but I don't think he's full of shit personally, but they interviewed him about, because he was former Delta.
Oh yeah.
And about that mission, he was like, this was their fucking Super Bowl, man. The way he talks. Yeah. You know what I mean? This was their fucking Super Bowl, and they won it. They took the Lombardi home, i.e., a president.
And the other team didn't score not a point.
Right.
Bro, did y'all see the video of them unloading the Cubans from the plane out in the boxes? It was the dead.
Oh, Cubans. Yeah.
And I didn't know what was going on. I was looking, I was like, what am I watching? And they was like, yo, that's the 32 dead Cubans.
his security force.
Security force carrying them off the plane in small boxes. I was like, yo, what the?
They were so reverent, though. They were so reverent when they were doing it. And they were all looking to make sure they didn't fall down the
stairs, bro.
They're like,
but all I kept thinking was like, this is what happens when you mess with America.
Well, and the funny part with that is, you don't even trust your Venezuelans,
your own people,
to guard you. So, hey, I'm going to fly you over.
That tells you something right there.
Here's a gun. I sleep here. My safe room is there. I need you in between.
They had one job, but couldn't even do it. But then again, nobody could have done anything.
It was, and you're right. Like it was amazing. Like when I woke up, and I had to go to work that morning, and I had woken up at like 4:30 or so, just kind of tossing and turning and sleep with the TV on. Excuse me. And I was like, what the fuck? And they were showing like just all the
footage, the smoke,
the bomb blasts and their missiles or whatever they were.
Man.
And I was like, holy shit. So then I'm like, well, I got another hour I could sleep, and I'm like
enamored, like I can't look away.
Yeah.
Bro, all I wanted to do was go down the recruiting office and be like, man, how can I get back in and get the Delta Force? I know I'm old and I'm broken. But is there anything I can do? Can I like write paperwork for them or something? Can I carry their jock straps? Like, I want to be a Delta Force, man. God.
And that whole next day, like literally, I mean, there was like a bravado just as an American.
Oh,
like,
man. Oh,
like you said, it restored it. Like, all right, we're back.
we're good. We're good, man. We are good, dude.
But we were talking earlier about like just how divided shit is. But it's like, I don't know how you can dispute the things that are being done. And I've gotten into an argument. Shocker. It's weird. I know. Yeah, with somebody who may or may not be in these chats occasionally. He's not in today. It's unfortunate. Since he's not in. But they're like, well, he's a horrible fucking president, this and that. And I'm not sitting here, sucking his teat.
No.
I just think he's smart. He knows what he's doing. And he sees what the end goal is, where everyone else is looking here 5 yards out. He's looking 60 yards out. Hey, I got a receiver coming over the flat. I got him. But I look at my stocks.
Oh, bro, don't even get me started.
I don't even look at my deferred comp very often. And I looked at it and I was like, holy fuck.
Like an 18% return rate for last year.
And granted, it'll do this.
Still,
I'm not dumb enough to think that it's not going to dip again, but
18% average return? Bro, I was like, yo, this is crazy.
What is he doing wrong? What? And the left can't say it. It's just Orange Man is bad.
That's it.
And I don't like him.
And this
he sent 4,000 different wire transfers. I saw this today on one of these stupid fucking the page that I yell at that lady with. They go back and forth. That there was like 4,200 wire transfers between Trump and Epstein over the course of like 5 years or some shit. And then it got debunked, but they can't listen to that.
No, and that's the problem, man, with the left. People cannot separate. What's the saying? You have to separate the art from the artist.
Right.
And I tell people, I can understand as a reason. I'm a reasonable person. I can see and understand why people don't like Trump. He gets the work done. It's just how he gets the work done that people don't like it. But he's getting results. Mm-hmm. And that's the biggest thing, man. The man is making stuff happen. He's doing what he said he was going to do. Yes, like everybody else. I think we should all be pissed off about the Epstein files. Like, we should have those. We should know this stuff. I give him an F in that category.
Yep.
But putting America first, saying that, you know what, no longer are we taking care of illegals and giving them our tax dollars. We're putting Americans first. There should be no argument about that. But the whole argument is nobody's illegal on stolen land. And I'm sitting here like, all land is stolen from somebody.
Yes.
At what point in history did somebody not look over and say, I want that land, I'm going to go take it? Do people think the Native American population, is that the correct terminology? I don't want to offend somebody out there.
Feather, not dot.
Feather, not dot.
Feather, not dot.
Did people think that they were all just living in harmony here? No. They were like
killing each other
left and right. So guess what? We came in, we had more guns, more weaponry. They brought my people over here to farm the land. We took it over. That's the story, man. The whole nobody's illegal on stolen land. All land is stolen, bro. So I just get tired of all these stupid talking points. I'm like, listen, we're in America. If you don't like it here, just leave. Go to stolen land elsewhere. Because I'll tell you, there's still stealing land in Africa. I don't know if you know what's going on in Nigeria with the ISIS right now.
Oh, yeah.
But if you want to leave, feel free to leave, man. So it just pisses me off. Like, we can't even have simple, basic conversations in good faith because all people say Trump bad. Like, what has he done bad? Well, he's this and that. He's racist. Show me where he's racist.
He grabbed a lady in the pussy years ago, apparently.
Or like, he had apartment buildings and didn't let blacks vote or rent. And it's just like, it's all the stuff that nothing is relevant. And they just hate the man to hate him. And I'm like, that's not helping the conversation at all. If it turned out that Trump was on the Epstein list, like legit, like, yeah, hang him at the stake. But that's not the case. The man kicked Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago because he said he was a creep. But that's not good enough. I don't understand. Like, they don't say nothing about Biden, though.
Nope.
They don't say nothing about the Clintons.
Yeah. What about Clinton's not showing up for a congressional subpoena?
Yeah.
Nothing happens to them.
Not a word. Not a word. And now they hate what Trump is doing with ICE. But this has already been done before. That's why I said my episode was called Recycled Chaos. Obama deported more people than anybody. They called him the deporter in chief. And nobody said a word. Not a word. Kids in cages. Look what Trump, no, those were Obama's cages. But nobody's saying anything. And I don't know how people just turn a blind eye and are so intellectually dishonest. It makes me sick to my stomach.
Yeah.
It's like, let's have an honest conversation, but we can't.
But you can't.
It's
when you try to have that honest conversation and you pull out facts. So like one, again, in this fucking Facebook tirade, which I should probably just put Facebook away because my blood pressure is like 70 points higher than it needs to be. Epstein's plane that Trump was supposedly on was bought like 2 years after where Trump was supposedly on it. Like that's been proven.
Okay.
So they were bullshit flight logs, and it was all put out there. And these leftists are like, oh no, I mean, he was on the plane. I'm like, no, look at the years, look at the dates, or I'm sorry, not the plane. When he bought his island.
Oh, that's out the island, yeah.
So yeah, he could have been on a plane, cool, but he wasn't flying to fucking the island.
See, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so Trump was on Epstein's plane. I misspoke. I apologize. He was on Epstein's plane. They were buddies. There's no
denying it.
There's no disputing that.
He had a lot of buddies.
You're fucking rich.
Bro. It's a big club, and we ain't in it, and I'm glad we were never invited.
And if you got a plane, I want to be on it, though.
Yeah.
I'll fucking go. Where? Sweet. Mogadishu? I heard it's nice this time of year. But no, like the island was bought after Trump was on his plane.
See, did not know
and that has been documented. The left does not want to hear that. At least the left that I talk to and get into these fucking stupid fucking arguments where fire's coming off my thumbs. I mean, you motherfucker. But it's just funny because they don't want to listen to that. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to see it.
I've learned in policing in the last 17 years. Look at me, y'all looking at the camera. You cannot argue or be logical
open your eyes.
Or reasonable with crazy people. You just can't. It's not. I have tried. I've tried to convince people that, hey, there are not 1,000 rabbits outside the house. They seeing them rabbits in their mind, and it's real. And there's nothing I can do or say to them to make them believe that that's not happening. In their world, he is legit Hitler. And I'm just like, look, come on, man. Like that whole thing was like, Hitler killed how many millions of people, Jews and people? And they say that man is literally Hitler. I'm like, you do understand the word literal, what that means, right?
Right.
I don't think you do. Yeah. So I mean, it's a special breed. It's a special breed of stupidity. And these are what we call the useful idiots in the communist revolution. And these are the people that are going to be killed first if the communists ever take over.
And these are the people that we need to pick up our garbage at some point.
Somebody's got to, man. Not everybody can be influencers and YouTubers. Somebody's got to pick up the garbage, and they are the people for it.
You can carry a ball, it doesn't mean you're a baller.
No.
Fucking clowns. I know Dex is tired and he's got to drive, so we're gonna get out of here. But I want to
Renee, gotta do the Renee good.
Oh yeah. Oh, you want to?
I want to get into that.
Oh, let's do it. Shit. All right. Dude, I don't go back to work till fucking next Tuesday. Let's go.
Gotta work too. So yeah, let's do it.
Let's go.
I did want to get into that, man.
Yes.
So
I didn't want to keep you any longer than you want, but yeah, let's go. I got another beer over here.
So everybody's asked me my opinion on the Renee Good shooting with the ICE officer. Everybody's got an opinion. I tell people I try to be fair, reasonable, and non-biased. As a cop, I am naturally biased, but also as a human being, I understand how things happen, and I understand that police aren't perfect, and I understand that people make horrible, irrational decisions. And I try to look at it from both perspectives and be honest. I feel like the shooting probably could have been avoided on both ends, on Renee's part and the ICE agent's part.
Yeah.
We
had a great conversation.
Oh, yeah, we had a real good conversation. And I'll say this whole thing could have been avoided, and she would still be alive if liberal white women with colored hair would just mind their damn business. This has nothing to do with you. You are literally following around an ICE agents all day in your car, harassing them, bothering them while they're trying to do their job, take sex offenders and all these other type of illegal criminals off the streets. If she would have minded her business, she'd still be alive because she is the catalyst that sparked this whole thing. Her and her wife.
Do you think she knew who Laken Riley was?
Absolutely not. And if she did, she wouldn't have cared, because if she found out that Laken Riley voted for Trump or was Republican, she wouldn't have cared.
Right.
It only matters when it's somebody from their side.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only time it matters.
Absolutely, dude.
You know, and then like I said, that stuff pisses me off, man. Like, we'll acknowledge something else, but we won't acknowledge that, yo. So, and people were like, I looked at the shooting with Renee Good, and people were like, hey, man, she wasn't doing anything wrong. She wasn't blocking traffic. You've been a firefighter for a long time. When have you ever seen a car parked in the street parallel or horizontal to the street?
In my experience, only when somebody's getting ready to shoot.
Somebody's getting ready to shoot, or something
nefarious.
Yeah,
something nefarious.
Yeah. It's something like, nobody parks their car like that in the middle of the street unless you're trying to obstruct traffic. It's very abnormal. So no, she was not there for good intentions.
Fucking demon hunter, SPS, septum piercings.
No, hey, it is real.
That is a real deal.
It is real, bro. I told my son, he's young, but I'm like, man, already, if you see a girl with a septum ring, just walk the other way. Don't even do it, man. And so,
did you piggyback that on the talk?
I should have. I should have.
Well, sit down, young man.
So with Renee Good, I'll also say this. I'm not going to sit here and say that I think it was her intent to hit this dude and try to kill him. I'm being an honest, genuine person. I don't believe that in that moment she thought, I'm going to try to kill this dude. I don't believe that was her intent. I think she was in a tight spot. She panicked, and then when her wife told her, drive, baby, drive, she hit the gas because she cut her wheel, and I don't think she cleared that corner good. I don't think she saw the dude right there. But now here's the part on the other side with the ICE agent, the officer. I don't think he did anything wrong. I believe the shooting is justified. I just don't think he made the best decision in the moment, because he only had seconds to react. So I think, man, it's a justified shooting, but I think he probably could have put himself in a better tactical position in order to accomplish whatever it was he was trying to accomplish. And I don't know what it is, but policing, like, we have a problem in policing where officers love to stand in front of cars that are occupied by suspicious people. I don't know why. I've seen so many videos of officers thinking, stop in the name of the law. I'm in front of your car. You have to stop. And it's just like, bro, you're going to lose that every time.
Right.
Science and physics says 5,000-pound vehicle versus a 200-pound body, the vehicle wins every time. Yeah. I feel like
not going to fare well.
Yes. And so I can say this because I've been out in the streets and protest. I've been under high stress. Dude, this is why we train. We have to be able to think cognitively while we're on our feet and put ourselves in a tactical advantage and put ourselves in a position to where we're not going to get hurt or get hit or run over by a car. And sometimes it's a crap situation and you don't have the ability to do that. It seems like, from what I saw on the video, the officer, honestly, I feel like he could have stepped aside. He could have put himself in a better position. So I will say that in criticism of him. Like I said, training, better training could have helped avoided that. However, this is what I will also say. Intent. Like I said, I don't think it was Renee Good's intent to hit that guy. However, for the officer who's already in Minneapolis, been under extreme scrutiny, people yelling at them, screaming at them, and people following them, yelling at them and threatening them, he's already on alert. He's already code black. He's already kind of checked out and zoned out, knowing that people are trying to kill him. He was actually hit and dragged a couple months prior to this, So he's already on alert. And so as an officer, I don't necessarily have to prove your intent. All I have to be able to do is articulate how I perceive your intentions at that moment. And when he looked and saw that car coming at him, and the car hit him, and guess what? The man fired off multiple shots.
But they're saying, the left is saying that it didn't hit him. But when you look at the body cam, you can
He got
you literally hear it.
yes.
But they're like, oh, she didn't hit him.
I thought she didn't hit him, and then I saw that one camera angle from the backside that was far away, and you see dude get plastered, and then the story came out the other day. He actually suffered internal injuries.
Yeah,
because this man got hit by a car. So 100% justified.
Oh shit, you said it.
Oh, I sure did.
Something.
He's not 99%.
Some things never die. Falk put in the comments. She goes, "Have you seen Dom's take?" Asking you. She goes, "Oh my fucking god, that stupid fucking cuck was on the side of Renee and Dom Izzo." I'm not familiar.
I don't even listen. I don't even follow Dominic Izzo because he's.
I'm not familiar with him. Super.
He is a disgusting human being of a former cop. He is self-absorbed, dude. I mean, this man has tap danced on the graves of dead female officers, saying that they don't belong in the profession.
Oh, geez.
Bro, I mean, when I tell you, I stopped following him. Also, for a personal note, I remember reaching out to him years ago after my book came out. I'm just trying to make connects with everybody. I was like, hey, bro, I'll send you a copy of my book. You send me a copy of your book. This is before I knew what type of dude he was. Send him a copy of my book, and he never sent me a copy of his. So I was like, checkmate. I know what kind of dude you are now. And
noted.
And the fact that he's pairing with a certain podcast tells me all I need to know. That you tell me who your friends are, and I'll tell you who you are. If one more night out of here was a bunch of guys that were pieces of crap, I would not be on the show. I would not want to be affiliated or associated with these guys.
See, I told you, Dan and Andrew. I told you. I fucking told you.
But because they're good dudes, I don't mind coming on here, man. So yeah, I am not a Dom Izzo fan, dude. And she's saying he sided with Renee Good. Mm-hmm. Listen, this is what
I don't know how you can side with when all the video evidence is out, and there's probably more to come.
This is my, and like I was telling you, this is my problem with a lot of podcasting and law enforcement influencers. People are not necessarily saying what they believe. People are saying things to outrage you for their algorithm to get more clicks and likes.
Yeah.
There's no way that man's a former law enforcement officer and sitting there and saying that was not a justified shooting. But he's saying that it's not because, you know what? It's going to make you angry. It's going to make you click on his page and watch his videos and listen until the end. And me, like I said, I just block people now. I'm not going to sit and argue with people over things, man. I'm just done with all that. And that's all these people want. They want to outrage you so that you will come click on their stuff, you know, and like it's just like these young guys we were talking about earlier, Nick Fuentes, Myron Gaines, and Sneeko in the club playing the Kanye West Hell Hitler song and throwing up the Hitler salute. Why are they doing that? Do I think they're really Nazis? Absolutely not. But they're doing it because it causes outrage and it gets clicks. And this is the type of guy I am. This is why I like you all. I'm not willing to sell my soul and to betray who I am and what I really believe at the end of the day in order to get a little clout on social media. It's not that serious.
Right.
You know, I have a real job. I'm a real cop, and that's what I do, and I love it.
This is a fun hobby.
It's a fun hobby. But if I have to go to that extreme to do something that's disgusting as throwing up a Hitler salute in order to get clicks and likes and draw people to my page, I've come across way too many people, military and law enforcement, that are willing to sell their souls on social media. Mm-hmm. And you know why I haven't grown that much? Because I'm not willing to do that. Because I know that it's controversy and all this stuff, this high emotional stuff that draws people to your page. And that you're not going to get that from me. You're going to get truthfulness, you're going to get honesty, and you're going to get genuine. Somebody's going to be genuine. It's not a good look that I said for some people, or some people that might think that I said that Renee Good, I don't think it was her intent to hit that cop. I don't. I don't know the lady, but I just don't think she was. I
agree with you. I agree with you wholeheartedly there in the fact that I think she was trying to get away. Shit escalated. She was trying to get away. Now, the ironic thing, and I think it's funny, and we talked about how the Drinker Bros are like, drive, baby, drive. Drive, baby, drive. But her wife wasn't even in the car. No. She was trying to get in the car as the fucking car is going away. She was like, fuck you, bitch, I'm out.
Yeah,
like, bro. I mean, she got freaked out. And I get it. But guess what? And to your point, that cop thought he was in danger.
Yep.
And did what he was supposed to do.
He perceived the threat.
He went home.
Yes, he went home. He perceived the threat and he responded accordingly.
He went home to his kids, his immigrant wife.
His wife's an immigrant?
She's an immigrant.
Oh, wow, that's great. That's even better. What a story.
Legal.
What a story.
Legal, though.
Oh, I bet they don't even care.
Now, so with that, but he went home to his wife, and I'm assuming they have kids. I'm guessing. I don't know if they have kids or not, but I know his wife's an immigrant. Guess where Renee probably should have been?
At home with her kids?
Probably getting ready to get her kids, because this happened around
Like
2
school.
o'clock, or I think it was earlier. Not, I misspoke with 2 probably. I think it was earlier, but she had 3 kids in school. Guess what? Now they're motherless.
Yep.
Now they have stepmommy, I guess.
Yeah, that's
just
a loss right there.
Which is just fucking weird.
That's
anyway.
a loss.
But the fact that like she's okay with doing this, why wasn't she working for one? Why wasn't her wife working? What? Even if you have a day off, usually one's working, one's not.
Yeah.
Money is money, and you work hard for yours. You work a shit ton, I know. But like the fact that they're out there, the mid morning to just block a road, follow ICE agents, and block them from doing what they're supposed to do. Guess what? In my opinion, fuck around, find out.
Hey, bro,
again.
if you follow around armed people that you know are armed, you can expect some armed conflict. It don't take much, man. I tell people I'm not that smart of a guy. I gotten by on common sense for the last 41 years. And I know better than to just go out and follow somebody around with guns that are working in a high stress job. It's not going to end well.
I mean, typically the way it works with me is I try to stay as far away from law enforcement as I possibly can.
Bro, I try to stay away from law enforcement, and I'm an active officer. I still get nervous when I get pulled over.
Yeah. By a mall security guard.
Hands on the wheel. Oh yeah. I can't. I can't wait till I can tell that story.
I can't wait either.
I cannot wait. I'm gonna come on here and share it.
This better be the first outside of your own.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yes, sir. It's going to be the first
because it's amazing. But no, you fuck around, you find out. Let these people do their fucking jobs. But you know what's funny is, and somebody brought it up, none of these riots or agitating protests, whatever you want to call them, you use your definition. None of them started until Nick Shirley dropped the fucking bomb. And I told you on the way home from the restaurant to come here, his Sean Ryan interview was awesome. He's awkward. He's an awkward dude.
He's Mormon,
and he's not used to this shit.
He's Mormon. That's all.
It makes complete sense.
One of my best friends Mormon, and he's an ICE agent at that, so it's even better.
I got to go home to my 37 illegal wives. But
Joseph Smith said it was okay. I'm just saying.
None of this shit fucking hit until Nick Shirley dropped that fucking bomb.
And this was the distraction that they needed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, to close it out, do you think Tim Walz gets prosecuted?
No.
Do you think he does? So he's not going to get prosecuted? No,
I don't see nothing happening to Don Lemon. I don't see anything happening to anybody associated with any of this stuff, because the narrative in this country has been too long. The patrician class, the oligarchs, the people that run this country are politicians. When was the last time we seen an actual politician go to jail? I know the gay dude from New York got sent to jail, but he was a Republican. What's his
Wiener?
No, it wasn't Wiener.
Wiener went to jail.
Did he? It rarely happens, man. And dude, we know because Tim Walz in Minnesota, it's a blue state, and they're going to do everything they can to protect that man. They're not going to let that man go to jail or do any time. But he's guilty because he said, I'm not going to seek re-election I'm not going to seek re-election. Yeah, the goose is cooked, bro. Right. So yeah, that's why he's not running for office.
Yeah, I'm gonna resign.
I'm gonna bow out.
I'm gonna resign from running for candidacy because I'm fucked.
Yes, he knows he is, but I think he's sleeping well at night because he knows he's protected. Fry and all these guys, man, they are all part of a class, and they're going to take care of each other.
His fucking daughter, Walz's daughter, is fucking going out and hitting all these podcasts.
Is she really?
And just saying how great a man her dad is, and how bad Trump is, and he's weaponizing the government against Walz.
Oh, kind of like how they did against Trump the last 8 years.
Isn't that weird?
How crazy how that works. It's okay when you do it. It's messed up when I do it, though.
Right.
Oh, so tired of these people, man.
It's fucking amazing.
I hope they get what they deserve.
the news cycle will continue to spin, which is even more amazing because it gives us, you, me, Dan, Pappas, gives us shit to talk about.
Yep.
We had great interaction tonight. Which
there was a ton of it, man.
It was impromptu. I mean, I said we were going to have a special episode tonight, but I didn't set the show up or put it out on Instagram till late. So we had some good interaction. But Dex, it's always a pleasure, dude. I love when you come into town. You came for our wedding, which was amazing. Oh, yeah. We can't thank you enough for that.
It was a good time.
You hosted me down at your place, and guess what? We're gonna make this kind of a regular thing.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely be back up, man.
Got to do it.
You got to stop checking for your wallet after I leave, though.
I know.
Stop.
that checking the scanner for fucking murders. It's a black man in Anderson. Holy shit. Hey guys, we've got another special episode tomorrow. Joe Billy 007 and myself will be with Beth and Greg from The Bar Is Open on this channel, and I'll put some stuff out tomorrow, 7 p.m. So tune in. And like I said when we started, this is kind of a try run for maybe something that's going to be happening in the future. So we appreciate you guys. Remember, tell somebody about the show, subscribe, like. I Am Pitts, Memoirs of an American Patriot, I Am Pitts podcast. Make sure you hit it, and we will see you guys tomorrow.
Appreciate y'all. Have a good one.